G'day, I'm Scott Gibbons. I'm here with Ewan Maxwell. Ewan's with Clean Portable Power. Clean Portable Power look after you as far as your battery needs?
Battery needs, but what we also have is all-in-one solutions, which are essentially your batteries, but also the inverter systems to run your 240-volt appliances. Also, they have the chargers built in. As you're going along, you can charge from your vehicle. You can charge off mains power, so all these units will charge off mains power in just over an hour.
So as you're driving along, you've got your battery source here, you've used it, you're going for a little drive, a little four-wheel drive, whatever, you can plug into your 12-volt recharge this.
That's right, 100%. So you can plug into your 12-volt supply from your vehicle, so that's a cigarette adapter, or if you have an Anderson connector, which a lot of four-wheel drives use Andersons, you can plug into that and charge the unit as you're going along.
So if you've got a four-wheel drive, why would you have one of those?
For your four-wheel drives, typically if people are going away in a four-wheel drive with a tent or a rooftop tent, you might be very space constrained. And typically these campers, they keep things quite simple. So what we have here is, it's called the River Pro. So it's from EcoFlow. So what these do basically, it's got about a 60 amp hour equivalent battery inside of it, and it's got a 600 watt inverter in the side. I can actually run my induction heat plate off of the...
So you can take your induction and cook while you're doing your four-wheel drive?
Yeah, so we'll put that on while we're talking, but essentially if I plug that in, and it doesn't make any noise, it's not a noisy solution, but essentially I plug that in, it'll boil my water in a couple of minutes.
So you can have your water, have your coffee, run your fridge.
At the same time, from the 12-volt output, I can run my fridge. So standard 40-litre Dometic fridge, this particular unit will power that alone for probably 4 or 5 days.
Oh, wow.
And that's without considering charging, so just from the battery capacity in the unit.
And you can plug it into solar?
That's correct.
So the solar will charge that battery up while you're out driving, four-wheel driving, camping, doing all the things.
That's correct.
Your battery is being charged again because it's lithium.
That's correct. So if you have a fridge, so this fridge over here, it probably draws about 30 or 40 watts of power. Our solar panels over here, so even the small one, can give us 100 watts of power. That's more than enough power to keep the fridge running when the sun's up. And then at night, from the battery, it will power the fridge. From the Rivers, which are these ones, we jump up to the Delta range. So what we've got in the Deltas is essentially more battery capacity and bigger inverters. So what I can do with that bigger inverter, anything that you use in your house that you plug into a normal household socket, this will run. I'm talking about air fryers, microwaves, your big double door fridges, coffee machines, so a Breville double boiler coffee machine if you like your coffee.
Air conditioning?
Air conditioning, so caravan air conditioning, yes.
Wow.
So the inverters are big enough to power the air conditioners. It's just that to power it for a long amount of time, you do need quite a lot of battery capacity.
Which brings you into?
Which brings us into the expandability of these units. So we have our main unit here, which is the Delta Max. You can buy this alone, and this has the battery, inverter, chargers all built in. If you want to expand your capacity, you can add the second battery, okay? So it's just a single cable that plugs in the side, and essentially you're just doubling your capacity.
That doubles the capacity.
Right.
Now, you've also got 4 240-volt plug outlets.
That's right. So you can run multiple large loads at the same time, and if you do want to do that, it is worth looking at the second battery. Now you can run up to 2 separate batteries into the main unit.
Wow.
So the amount of power we're talking about, we get up to 6 kilowatt hours, which if you think about a household solar battery, so something you'd buy to stick on the side of your house, they start at about 3.8 kilowatt hours, and this is 6 kilowatt hours, up to 6 kilowatt hours.
How good is that?
So really huge amount of power, and it's still lightweight and very portable, so very easy to lift up.
And then if you want to.
So we've got the big bad boys, which are the Delta Pros. Now these have just come out, so this is an all-in-one power station that can easily power your house, okay? Typically, how these are being used, if you have a very large caravan, an off-grid cabin or a shed, any sort of application that requires power where you don't have mains power, these are becoming the go-to solution. So they have a 300 amp hour equivalent battery, which is your 3.6 kilowatt hours if you compare to the household battery standard. Okay, that can be expanded with 2 additional batteries in the back here. So you can get up to 10.4 kilowatt hours from this particular solution. So I can run up to 8 of these solar panels into this unit, okay?
Wow.
So capacity plus production, it's around 20 kilowatt hours of power a day that you can produce with this system.
So what you're saying is if people want to go four-wheel driving, if they want to get into their caravan, if they really want to be off-grid or have
Absolutely.
a spare house powered up, you've got the solution.
Absolutely.
So how do people contact you?
We have a great dealer in Camperact at Narellan and Canberra.
At camperact.com.au?
Camperact, that's correct.
Camperact.com.au, and they will make sure that you get the power that you need.